Back everyone to the channel, and today I want to show you a clip of a major announcement that Nigel Farage, the leader of Reform UK, has made if he is to become the next government. So this is the first pledge that Farage has made when it comes to deportations, and it's a good sign when a leader of an opposition party is thinking and announcing these things, because it shows that they really believe that they could win the next general election. And by announcing these things and putting things into place that are popular with the public, it also gets other people believing that they may actually win. So take a look at this clip of the announcement by Nigel Farage.
We'll appoint a minister for deportations. It will be part of the Home Office, but it'll be a separate department within it. What I'm calling for isn't actually anything particularly radical. It's actually just common sense. We will need to recruit new people, as much of the evidence is that those that currently work in the Home Office would willfully obstruct policy if we won the next general election. But somebody somewhere in government needs to be held accountable. You've only got to go back 20 years to the last Labour government, and they were deporting tens of thousands of people a year who were here illegally. When Blunkett was Home Secretary, if you came illegally, you didn't touch the sides. You were sent back. We will appoint a minister for deportations. It will be part of the Home Office, but it'll be a separate.
So there we see some very interesting points, and the first bit is that if Reform UK take government in 2029, the general election, that it will appoint a new minister for deportations who will head or work with the Home Office. So this will be a new position that just deals with deportation, and it shows that Farage is listening to what people are saying out there. They're not happy with the mass numbers of illegal immigrants coming over. And it also shows that Farage realises, as he goes on to say, that under the current civil servants that sit in the Home Office, they wouldn't be able to do it. They would actually try to prevent it. Now that's a scary thought, that civil servants would actually ignore elected officials, but that's exactly what happens. The civil service have their own political agenda. It's very in line with the left wing of the Tories and the Labour Party, and they would scupper the plans, and Farage realises that. So by putting this person in charge of just mass deportations, a position that the UK has never had before, shows to me that Farage is listening and serious about tackling this problem. And it's unbelievable to think that civil servants would stand in the way of democracy. And Farage says somebody needs to be accountable for what has happened with the illegal immigration, but it seems that at this point anyway, we have no answers to who that person may be or what department it may be. But I agree with Farage. I don't think it'll happen, but somebody does need to be held accountable. But let's be honest, the list is so long and over decades now. Who would you start with? Would you start with the Blair government and the Brown government through to the David Cameron government? Because they have all allowed it to happen. 10 years ago, it was people coming in on the back of lorries, you may remember. Now it's the boats. And what about the legal immigration? The legal immigration, you could argue, is far worse than the illegal immigration. Well, we know Farage's policies on that are very good. He would have a net migration, which means no more coming in than what's going out. Now, you hear the mainstream media on that one saying this is terrible. What about the immigrants that we need for the NHS? Well, around 500,000 people leave the UK every year, so that means you would still have 500,000-600,000 people coming in. There you go, there are the people for the jobs we need. What we don't need is what we've currently got, which is 1.2 million people, as we know of, plus the people who are coming over here illegally. And then Farage goes on to say that this isn't something radical, and I agree. We've got to the point in society now where anything, when we talk about taking action on something, seems to be radical. And it was actually the Labour government in the 90s that used to actually deport the most people. In America, it was Barack Obama deporting more people than Donald Trump did in his last term. But we've got to a point in society society now where the idea of deporting people is seen as radical, it's seen as racist, which is absolutely rubbish. But let me know what you think on Nigel Farage's announcement for this new minister in the Home Office purely working on deportations. Do you think it's Farage listening to the public, and do you think that Farage is going far enough? Please like, share and subscribe. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.